Steve Morgan here, Fishing Monthly magazines, with the guys from Stessl Boats this afternoon. For 4 years now, they've taken over the brand and they've been building them in southeast Queensland. Right now, it's at their cool new factory. But we've got their new centre console here this afternoon, the 480 Apache Pro CC, standing for centre console. It's got one of their new cool centre consoles in it, as well as a raft of other changes. Let's talk to Scott James from Stessl about exactly what's been going on.
The 480 Apache Pro we actually introduced when we took over Stessl in 2016, but we've evolved it for 2020. And what we've done is we've put it on a hull that's been in the Stessl range for many, many years, the Stessl truck hull, which is synonymous with Stessl. However, we've made a lot of refinements to that hull in the past couple of years by increasing our reverse chines and making them a proper reverse chine, increasing our dead rise at the front, making it a very dry, stable, soft ride. And that's our big feature, which for 2020 we've incorporated into our Delta hull, which is our flagship hull in our press range for Stessl for 2020. One of the big features for 2020 is our new centre console, which features large dash space to fit 12-inch sounders, flush mounted, all the latest electronics from the engine companies, switch panels. But one of the unique things that you can customise is our dash insert. So whether you want to paint that different colours, wrap it, really personalise it to be your own. Satin black finish that we've incorporated, which stops down from glare, but also gives it a nice sporty look. Plus you've got this excellent grab rail on the front, which when you're driving along, gives you somewhere to grip onto, or if you're manoeuvring around the boat, gives you something to hold onto. The 2020 Apache features a 100-litre live well, large storage compartments up the front, as well as for 2020 we've incorporated 2 storage compartments either side of the live well, so you've got more storage within the boat. Also, the rear bulkhead is now blocked off, giving you extra storage in the rear. Maximum horsepower for the 480 is 80 horsepower, which is perfectly matched and gives you ample hole shot and brilliant cruising speed. This boat can be easily trailered by a single axle trailer, giving it a low height, which allows you to garage it nice and simply at home. Standard in the 2020 centre console Apache is a large seat box, giving you heaps of dry storage for your tackle, life jackets, lunch, esky, everything. One of the standout features of the Stessl brand is our construction, whether it be fully welded underneath the gunnels, fully welded top decks, and ample side ribs throughout the boat, which as they go down over the reverse chines, they are stitch welded to the bottom sheets, then given our transverse frames, lock the boat right off, giving you a nice solid construction.
Well, we really hope you enjoyed joining us for some time on the water for this Apache 480 centre console Stessl. It's had a bit of a renovation, the hull, and it definitely does look the part. I know at the ramp this afternoon it was turning plenty of heads with that satin black console and the black lines with the black motor on the back. This was powered by the 2.1 litre 80 horsepower Mercury 4-stroke, and it was a little bit over-propped. It could go down an inch in prop. We could only get this thing up to about 5,200 RPM. You will gain more revs, which is where this motor likes to sit, with an inch less prop on there. Regardless, it was still quite economical. The most economical speed was at 3,000 RPM, where it went 30 kilometres an hour and delivered around that 3 kilometres per litre burned. Full speed, 62 kilometres an hour at 5,200 RPM. I expect that will go up a little bit when you get the right prop on this little fella. The Stessl looks the part, but does it play the part? Well, even though it's got smooth lines, this boat has all of the accessories and all of the features you need to have a great day on the water. There's a live well hidden under that front deck, and even though that front deck's not very high, it fits under there nicely. There's a bait tank in the back corner, and that whole back console area has very, very smooth lines. It's got a little bait station at the back here as well. Very practical for someone that would either like throwing lures off the front with the addition of an electric motor, or to anchor up and hang some baits over the back. I think if you're a broad fisherman that likes doing a wide variety of fishing, a boat like this Apache would suit you. On smooth water, this thing was quick out of the hole. It did all the things you'd expect it to do. We couldn't get onto some rough water today to do a rough water test. However, there are some quite large reverse chines on this boat. Scotty James explained that they made the reverse chines a little bit larger. It just gives it that little bit of extra stability, keeps it a little bit drier in the rough. Time will tell whether those improvements to the hull are worthwhile. The console, of course, it is the main feature. It's got that interchangeable piece on it that lets you colour it. It lets you flush mount a 12-inch sounder. Yay! You don't have to put $5,000 worth of gear hanging off the top of the boat or on a ram mount out the side. And I love the fact that not only is there room for your engine gauges, but if you want to put any extra accessories down the front under where the steering wheel is, there's room to put USB ports, extra power. The world is your oyster when it comes to accessorising this boat. And of course, under that console, there's plenty of space to put your keys, your mobile phone, everything that needs to be nice and dry. Really love the little extrusion bar that goes around that you can hold onto. The driver can hold onto it, the passengers can hold onto it. And it also is a great mounting point for an action camera like a GoPro. A lot of guys like running those these days, and it keeps it up nearly at head height, which is a great angle for filming fishing. Overall, stable hull, made in Australia, and very price competitive. This rig, as tested with all the sounders and everything, comes in at $35,000. If you want to down spec it to a smaller motor, fewer sounders, you can get the price down from there. Supplied on a single axle trailer, you can tow it with nearly anything, and it'll fit in nearly any garage. If you want to get more information on this hull, www.stessl.com.au, and make sure you like them on Facebook. Stessl Boats, it'll give you information on all of the new models, when they're at boat shows, if they're ever going to be at boat shows again, if we can have boat shows again, and any of your local Stessl dealers can be found on the website. They've got quite a wide network Australia-wide. I'm sure there's going to be one close to where you are. So as the sun goes down here on the Coomera, we've had a great time this afternoon in the Stessl Apache Centre Console with the flashiest centre console in the Stessl market.